Hi, and welcome to Josh and Tim Talk Sports. I'm Tim Shire.
I'm Josh Stone.
Our guest, Tommy Shire, is here with us tonight. My broadcast partner, Chuck Kolchuk. He had a rough day. He couldn't make it. And that's, Chuck's reliable. Just couldn't make it tonight. So,
things happen.
Yeah. So, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got 4 playoff games to predict, the divisional round. But I'm going to start with this first. I researched this right after the show last week because we talked for a minute about the Cavs. And are you going to look up?
I'm sorry.
We talked about the Cavs last week and how they beat the Spurs. And how they're worse this year, the Spurs.
Yeah.
Terrible.
How many guys, I checked the rosters, how many guys are back from last year? 15-man roster.
Mm-hmm.
How many guys are back from last year?
On the Spurs?
Yes.
I'm going to go with 4.
4?
Yeah.
What do you got?
7.
How about 13?
Oh,
Really?
Whatever the hell, how you say his full name, and Jetty Osman.
those are the
Those are the 2 new guys.
I
And-
don't even remember.
Okay.
Maybe so
And last year they were 13-26 after 39 games. This year they are 7-32.
Wow.
So it's either one of the 2 that made them worse.
Who were the guys?
And I doubt it's Jetty Osman.
Who were the guys?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I
Two
don't-
guys. Not that they were. I never heard of him. Yeah. So,
I don't know.
but since they promoted him as the best guy since LeBron James to come in the league.
They did. Well, since Zion.
Okay, so he's been terrible too.
Yeah.
Well, when he plays,
Well, he's hurt every other
when
week.
he's in,
He spends more time on the injured list on my team
Yeah.
than he does. I don't even activate him until he plays like 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
So, here we go. We got. Let me start the timer here so I have some idea what's going on. Okay, so here we got LeBron James.
Yes.
Okay.
He's pretty good.
Cavs were 17 and 65 in 2002 through 2003. 2003, 2004, they won 17 games that year. They had 8 wins after 39 games that year. With LeBron James, they had 12. And they also had 13 guys back.
And 12 more wins, you said?
They had 4 more wins than the year before. They have 6 less. Yeah. So, if he's him, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I think he is less dimensional than they thought. I thought he was
What do you mean by dimensional?
I think he can do a lot of things. I don't think he can do a lot of things like they thought.
Have you seen him play?
You know who's better?
Have you been watching
Have
it?
you
I've seen him play. I think Chet Holmgren's no doubt better than him.
He calls a lot from the 3-point line.
Oh, sweet.
No, he can do everything.
I don't think.
Have you seen him shoot the ball?
I just don't think he's as good. I think Chet Holmgren's better.
Chet Holmgren-
And you know how much I like Chet
Because Chet
Holmgren.
Holmgren went to college and developed.
Well, yeah, so maybe he'll be better, but LeBron James came right out of high school.
Yeah.
He did.
And I mean,
Yeah.
His team didn't get worse.
Le'Veon's not putting up bad numbers.
Well, yeah, but you need more than one guy.
You do. They don't have
And
it.
maybe he
Well,
does as well as he's. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying he's no LeBron James.
No, he's not LeBron James. But
So let's move on. We got the picks from last week. I went 5-1. Josh went 3-3. Tommy went 2-4. Chuck went 2-4. And our guest Kayla, she went 3-3.
what a week, huh?
Yeah.
I
So
started before.
I secured the championship.
You know what, Tim? You earned it.
I have 222 wins and 110 losses. You have 212 wins and 120 losses. Tommy has 210 wins and 122 losses. Chuck has 205 wins. I can't.
Chuck,
Stop
Hey,
laughing!
I'm not even here.
Chuck,
Come on.
Chuck is secured last
120. He actually hasn't.
But
Oh.
One game this week. So 127 losses. And the guess this year is actually not bad. If they had been on more, they're 60 and 46.
That's not great.
It's not. It's actually they'd still be in last. I
Yeah,
guess.
by a lot.
Yeah.
So there we go. So that's just the. Kayla had a really good week picking. Well, the 1 week, and Zach Otaki did pretty good with me.
Yeah.
But the other 2 ones.
Back up.
Yeah, I told him that the other day at practice. Thank you. He said.
Hello, we have a good team.
We got the most polite team
We
ever.
have a good team, yeah.
So here we go. Okay, so we have the 2 games. We have the games this week of the 6 games, and we know the 2 that matter to us the most. And so let's start with Saturday. I mean, what I wrote this today earlier because I wanted to just put it out there right away. Let's just put it out there right away. Okay? Can we just end and never again talk that the Browns defense was elite? Because elite, 2 things. Elite defenses are not twice as bad on the road, and no elite defense gets eliminated in the first round. They don't.
No.
They make it to the second round, even if they have a shitty quarterback like Todd Dilfer. They make it to the second round. And that defense was not elite.
No.
It was very good, but the Texans showed you they have weaknesses.
I think they didn't show up.
Yeah.
Well,
agree.
you
I agree.
know what elite defenses do? They show up every week.
Right.
They show up every week.
They do.
The 49ers are elite. Their defense is elite.
What other defenses are?
Hmm?
Are there any other elite defenses? I guess there
The Ravens, I would say the Ravens. Tampa Bay's not. Tampa Bay's good. They're good.
Well,
They're not
the
elite.
Ravens.
I actually think Tampa Bay's defense is pretty even with the Lions.
Yeah.
Because
The
they
Lions
can
have
be
some
beat
bad,
too.
yeah.
They can be beat
Yeah.
too. So those 2 are, I think, the 2 best.
Yeah.
And who? Well, Buffalo's defense is pretty good too.
It's good. I mean,
They've lost games this
No.
year, and you guys would like to say this about the Browns. They turned the ball over. Josh
Yeah.
Allen made bad mistakes,
Yeah, he
and
did.
other teams scored points on them. So I think their defense is pretty good. Look, the 49ers are, I guess we could call them elite, but the 49ers, the Ravens now, the Bills, they are not the Ravens of the early 2000 defense. They're not the Buccaneers when they won the first Super Bowl. They're not. They're really good defenses. But you gotta be perfect almost to be considered elite.
Yeah.
And
There's just not many of those defenses.
There's just not.
anymore.
I mean, it's because the offense is.
and
they make it impossible for
yes,
They do.
you can't
They do.
keep guys as long either.
Yeah.
Well, but they
Well,
make it impossible with
just
the
all the
penalties and
rules
stuff.
and-
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that. I mean, they're a good defense. They're a good defense. I'm not saying they're not a good defense, but they're not an elite defense.
Well, they
And
showed that.
and kind of what I said last week, that turnover thing was gonna come back and bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
They were already playing bad before both of those.
You have -9. They're the only team ever
Yeah, to wait the playoffs.
to be last in the NFL in turnover ratio to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that
I just think they'll.
Yeah,
I think they'll
that
be better
hurts.
next year just because
you
the
have
fact
26
check's
free
coming.
agents.
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
but not a
just
ton of them are. Not a ton of them
Isn't
are.
the guy that got from the Vikings is
a lot of.
Yeah, he's only 1 year.
son of a mistake.
Anthony Walker, Taki are.
Well,
Not a ton of them
look,
huge
if they want to keep Taki, you know what they have to do. You know.
Draft Walkie.
Yeah, but yes, he's cousin from Utah.
I'm down with it.
Exactly. The night I was watching the game, I saw that guy.
Walkie play.
I'm like, oh my god. I think he's a linebacker too.
Is he really?
Oh wait, no! He's a 2-way. He's a quarterback and a receiver.
No way.
Because he had an intercept. He was the first guy in like 50 years. Yeah. Interception and a touchdown in the same game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Last guy I really remember like that in college was Jabril Peppers from Michigan.
He was good.
He was
good. Then he got ruined. How did he get ruined?
He didn't get
He
ruined.
He was good with the Giants.
He was good.
He was good with the Browns.
He was
too.
good with the Giants.
He's a good football player.
He was good.
He's a good football player. Yeah.
What was it, Walkie?
No sense of
Rocky
humor.
Rocky.
No, I think it's Talkie.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
It's okay. I don't know.
something.
But that's who they need to draft to keep Talkie.
Well, dude.
Okay, so
Sion Vaki.
oh, there it is.
It's just Vaki.
No, it's not. It's both. He just goes by that.
That's so weird that he's got the same first
Safety?
name.
Yes,
He's got the same first name.
and he's got
Yeah,
it is Vaki. He just goes. He shortened it because they were talking about it on the game. So
Why would you shorten it?
Seriously.
who knows? I don't know.
Rocky,
Guys,
Rocky, Rocky. Sounds way cooler.
So, that game went the way nobody expected. Like nobody.
Except for CJ Stroud.
Even me. I didn't. I was like, oh my god, this
Uh,
isn't going to be close. at all.
Yeah, well, you could tell CJ Stroud came in there.
Oh, he was ready.
He was on a mission. He knew
That
he was going to win that game.
that guy from Pat McAfee that insulted him on the show, that guy inspired him to be even better than he already was.
They made up a false thing.
That kid's elite,
fought off
man.
of, though.
That guy's such a loser.
That guy, no man, that kid's gonna be so good.
Oh, he's great.
He's
he
gonna be
is.
so good.
He is. He really is.
He picked apart that defense like
He
crazy. And that draft.
Boy, he saw Greg
practice
Newsome and was
there.
like, hey.
Oh my
There's
gosh, Greg
Newsom's
Newsom's
all over
over
Twitter acting like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
like Browns fans are stupid because he's like, you guys clearly don't know football.
All
I know-
you got burnt.
Look, maybe
I was told that
much-
today by two Browns
Maybe
fans.
I don't know as much football as he does.
Right.
Obviously, I don't, right?
Right.
Yes, who?
But all
Greg
is Greg
Newsome.
Newsome. But
Okay.
obviously,
Oh,
when
he
you're
was
the
saying-
guy behind the receiver catching it every
He
time,
was saying
you were
that?
supposed to be near him.
He was
Yeah.
saying
All
that
over Twitter.
to his own fans.
He gave him
Dumbass.
All these guys are
Face.
doing this.
Do you want to get out of here?
Every team does.
I don't want guys like that.
Yeah, guys all do that
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah, all
Yeah.
guys do that.
Hey,
ridiculous.
who's paying your salary, asshole?
Right, you get to be a millionaire because
Yeah, exactly. Who's paying your salary?
Yes, at least stay with
I
15
have
yards.
understood now that swearing is okay on here. Because now I watch Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
And they, oh my god.
Okay, so we're
Constant.
Jesus.
He even has a counter
Yeah.
when they say F.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
All right.
AJ Hawk. Constantly. Like it's just.
AJ.
I don't like the way he looks. He looks annoying.
There's no way with the counter.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't mean he doesn't look annoying.
Okay, who cares? He was good.
You were-
That's not what I said.
He was good. So, he's the king of Ohio.
The king of
That's what Pat
Ohio.
McAfee calls him.
Interesting.
So here I got this. Here we go, and this is the day of reckoning.
This is the
It is the day of reckoning.
And we all knew it.
You knew. Hey, you were hoping they'd lose last night, so it wouldn't come.
No, I was hoping they'd lose just because I think the Eagles go to the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
I just hope
So-
they win because I have a bet
so-
that the Buccaneers are going to win the Super Bowl.
A couple people on the show laughed at the beginning of the year when I said they could win the division, and they would win. What did I say? Oh, 9 games, and that's what happened.
I picked them to win
And
the Super Bowl.
somebody else.
I picked them to win the Super Bowl.
Somebody else laughed and said Kyle Trask would be the quarterback by week 3.
I thought that could happen.
Mhm.
That very well could have happened.
Well, it didn't
But I
happen.
honestly probably did that because he was being
It didn't
a total
happen.
jerk to
It
me.
didn't happen. It
I can
didn't
see that.
happen because the quarterback that got shit on here
He did.
Yeah, he did.
is much
And I
better
see
than
other
Browns
teams.
fans still. No! There we go. Stop that. Browns
What is
fans are so pathetic with
No,
that
okay, one other
fucking
team.
narrative.
One other team.
No, he has to be released by the Panthers.
Because they benched him!
Because they're a terrible organization! What's going on with that organization since? What's going on with that organization since? They're a fucking disaster! What?
They should
Right!
They should have.
Is it Bryce Young's fault they suck?
They
No.
should have. They shit on him just because they're a bad. Browns are a bad organization.
Well, Browns are a terrible organization for a long period of time.
Yeah.
David Tepper just became an owner. The guy's a loser.
Calm the fuck
Okay?
down.
No, I'm not! Because I'm sick of this false narrative.
Oh, fucking aneurysm.
Because
Jesus Christ.
you know why the Browns shit on him? Because they fucking suck. That's why they shit on him. If you're gonna go, that's fine. If you're gonna go, that's fine.
I need a water. I should wipe my face off.
No, listen. I am sick of this. That he got released by 2 other teams. The damn Rams released him because they had Matthew Stafford. They said they brought him in because Matthew Stafford was out for the year.
Yeah.
Dumb Browns fans don't get that. A guy on Twitter tried to have this same argument with me today.
One team shit on him.
You fucking don't want to admit that you chose the goddamn sexual abuser over the guy that got you to the playoffs.
Put that on my Instagram story earlier. You saw that?
I don't know if
This is
I
about Watson being a sexual.
That's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
That's what happened. And you all fell for it. Everybody bought into it. He's my quarterback now.
Better make sure we put some headphone warnings.
Good.
Sounds good now.
Good.
People's eardrums off.
But if Baker Mayfield was the Cleveland Browns quarterback this year,
They win that game Saturday.
I don't think they make the playoffs.
They shut down WKNR today.
The defense
But
is way better.
they think that they win. Well, 2 pick sixes kind of took the wind out of everything.
When you're already
Oh,
down
yeah.
like
Yeah.
10.
10. Well, that's a,
Yeah.
Oh, that can't overcome a 10
If you
point deficit.
if you actually think Baker Mayfield in general overall is a better quarterback than Joe Flacco,
Not right now, I think he is.
right now,
Joe Flacco, well,
Maybe.
did the 22-year-old Joe Flacco play Saturday? No. The 38-year-old Joe Flacco played. 39, okay.
Yeah.
he's 39.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I should forget his birthday.
He's better than him now. Is he better than him when he won the Super Bowl? No. I'm not dumb enough to say shit like that. I understand how it works. You can wash your arms at home.
You can stop spitting on me.
Well, listen.
That's why I got space.
We've had this shit where Browns fans always know everything. Yeah, I had one tell me today, well, he played here for 4 years, so we know. And I was like, well, I watched every game for 4 fucking years when he played here. So I know, too, because I watched him. He's better now. He improved.
You did improve.
His teammates loved him in Tampa. Someone posted the meme last night. A meme last night of the quote from Mary Kay TMZ's article that they wanted an adult in the room. How did she look last night? How did she look when she made shit up about him? Brought drama to the place. That's all she's about. I'll bet you one thing. I'll bet you he's glad he didn't have to see her face at press conferences.
I'm sure he is.
Oh, I'll bet he is. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And the thing is, people say, well, you only like the now because he's a Buccaneers. Absolutely not. And this one can tell you. If he denies it, then he's got selective memory. Well, we're talking about this. It would be all right if we talked about the Browns the whole time.
We kind of are.
Kind of talking about
But you know darn well that in 2019, we were standing right in that kitchen. You were cooking dinner. And they lost to the Rams because Jameis Winston threw interceptions. And I came in there and I said to you,
They did, okay.
what did I say?
Baker Mayfield is clearly better than Jameis.
And what did I say though? The Buccaneers would make the playoffs this year if they had Baker Mayfield.
And they would have.
They would have. So I don't just think he's better now. But you know what else I didn't do? A couple people, a guy defended him today on Twitter, David Winston, but I didn't rip him apart. I didn't rip him apart. Because I think, even though he's not good, he seemed to give a good effort every week. He gave everything he had, he just isn't that good. Browns fans don't seem to respect that anymore. There used to be a time in Cleveland when fans in this working class city, fans respected a guy that worked hard. They don't respect that anymore.
I don't know. I think that was the only thing people liked about Baker when he was here.
What was there not to? What didn't you like, Josh? Tell me what you didn't like.
About
What was the only playoff game in your lifetime, Josh? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So what did you like? 103 quarterback rating that day. What did you like?
About Baker? Wait, when?
In his time here?
When he was a Brown?
Yeah. What was so horrible about him?
I didn't say it was horrible. I was never a fan.
What was so bad about him?
I don't like the.
I didn't think he was a number one pick.
I
Can he
didn't
answer?
like. I didn't
Yeah.
like. No.
God.
I didn't like the
Yeah.
reads he made.
No, we can't.
You didn't like
You
what?
I didn't like.
fucking
I didn't like
reads.
the reads he made. He threw too many
Threw a lot
interceptions. He was
overthrew
very
guys a lot.
inaccurate.
Yep.
He was very
Well,
inaccurate when
better.
he was here. Now in Tampa, I
Maybe
go
he
see
got-
him and he's making the right reads.
Maybe
he's
he
making
got
the right-
better
he's
because he didn't
making-
get shitted on every time you made a mistake. That could be.
I don't know. He seemed like it didn't affect him.
Well, you know what happened last night? He had the best game and quarterback ranking ever for a Buccaneers quarterback in a playoff game. Oh, I know you guys can say, well, yeah, they had. Yeah, who they had. Yeah, they only had the greatest quarterback ever.
I don't think anybody was going to say that. Were you?
No, I
Well,
wasn't.
Brad Johnson was a pretty good quarterback, too, but you guys don't know him. But he was a pretty
We
damn
don't
good
know a lot
quarterback,
about
too.
Brad Johnson because we were fucking
Well, that's what I'm
five.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Not even. I was
But
fucking
that's what I'm
one.
saying.
He was
I'm not
fucking
born
one.
yet.
But that's what I'm saying. What year were you born, Josh?
04.
Oh, okay, so you weren't born. But still. No, he played in the NFL that year. But,
Was he good that year?
Probably not.
well, who knows? Because
Josh, you should remember that because
I know.
Well, I'm not saying, did you know other guys, do you know about this guy named Jim Brown?
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah, 'cause
because
he's
he's
a
the best
legend.
running back ever.
Okay. But do you know about other
Brad
guys?
Johnson?
Have you heard of Ryan Sipe?
Yes.
Hey, how
I
about
was in
that?
Cleveland.
Because I'm from
Okay.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of, let me think, there's other guys.
Yeah, if you're going to even
Have
say
you ever heard of Barry Sanders?
The best running
this is
back
the
of all
dumbest
time.
comparisons I've ever heard.
No, I'm just saying. You never heard of Brad
You are
Johnson.
comparing Brad freaking Johnson to Barry
What
Sanders.
about Brian Sipe? I said Brian Sipe.
Yeah, he was.
He played for
He
the
was-
Browns.
the Browns.
I live in Cleveland.
How about knowing history of other teams then? Maybe a little.
How about I don't give a fuck?
Before you act like you know everything. How about that? Yeah. How about that?
What did you do?
Hey, guess what Baker Mayfield did today? He
did
did
he
something
do
no Clevelander will ever do.
What's that?
No Cleveland Browns
Who
fan
was
will ever do.
Cleveland's nose
He
tackle in
admitted,
1910?
he admitted that he played bad against Detroit when they played them earlier. He admitted he wasn't perfect.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
He did.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that do that.
Yeah. Well, but Browns fans don't, because they're perfect. You guys know everything. You guys know everything.
Yeah.
You guys know everything.
You take
Listen.
some people.
If you can't handle the fact that you
That's all I
said
told
he
you.
would have a terrible year, you guys said he would have a terrible year. You said he'd be replaced by the fourth game. Yeah. You guys said he wouldn't be good.
I said I didn't know.
You said they wouldn't be good, though. You didn't think they'd be good. It's right on the show from the first week.
Yeah.
You can't deny this.
I mean, I don't think
You
they were
can't
great.
deny this.
I don't think they were great.
Better than the Browns. They're still in the
I guess they
playoffs.
are in the playoffs.
They're still in the playoffs.
Yep.
They sure are. And they beat the team last night that had almost the same exact roster, and they made it to the Super Bowl last
They've
year.
been playing like crap.
They have been.
Evan,
They have been.
how many injuries did the Buccaneers have? Like key injuries.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, they lost
It's
their,
a fair-
they lost
it's a
their
fair
center in
comparison,
training
though.
camp.
Yeah.
They lost their starting center who's
He
been in
didn't
all
play
rounds.
well.
Browns lost their right tackle right away.
Okay. Oh, well, all right
Right
now.
tackle. We're starting.
I know. Well, what?
Why can't we compare
Why
this
did? Why did the? Okay.
Because it doesn't help.
No. Why did the Dolphins lose Saturday?
Injuries.
Because
They
it
have
was
a bunch of
cold.
injuries too.
Because it
Oh!
Injuries on
Because it
defense.
was cold.
They have a bunch of
They're
injuries
fr-
on defense.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
but
guess what? The Chiefs played in the cold too.
But the
Oh, but
Chiefs played in the cold.
Josh,
The Dolphins are from
Josh,
Miami.
they have more guys on the injured list than the Browns. Did you know
The
that?
Dolphins do.
I didn't know that.
No, you didn't.
But they also played the Chiefs playing the
How about this?
From Miami,
How about this?
That helps.
How about we stop with the excuses? Because as Ted Kubiak told Tommy when we were driving in the car once, excuses don't do anything.
Yeah.
They don't help at all. Are all those excuses going to all of a sudden put the Browns in the playoffs this week again? No, they're not.
No.
It's over. They lost.
Yeah, they did.
Okay?
I'd much rather lose that 7.
Yeah, and like I told my buddy while I was watching the game, I was happy to see my Browns even in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's
so am I. What did I tell? What? I
wrote and then the Super Bowl.
It's great. You guys are great. Can't handle it. We're great. You
can't
handle it. You can't handle the fact that you were wrong at the beginning of the year. You can't handle it.
You don't know what's going to happen. That's the point of predicting things because you don't know what's going to happen.
When I make predictions, I make predictions on logic. I think about them before I make them. Especially if I'm going to make a prediction and say a team's going to be terrible for the whole year. They're going to be terrible. That's what you guys said. That's what
I would love to go back and look at the exact words that.
Go look at it.
I will.
You can look at it.
I will.
It's right there.
I will.
It's right there. Let's do the picks.
Oh, we had picks?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. All right.
Cavs won, by the way.
Shut up.
They did.
I forgot to mention
They
that.
played the Bucks
so
tomorrow.
that didn't matter.
They played the Bucks. I had it talk about it at the end of the show.
It didn't matter because the Buccaneers won.
No, I know, Tom. I know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's how it is in Cleveland, so I might as well be that way, right?
Well, no, because they call that being a hypocrite.
Texas at Ravens. Oh, Browns fans are never hypocrites.
Well, you're first, so you do it.
If you Google Browns fan, it probably has hypocrite next to it. Texans at Ravens. Okay. Chuck. I'll give what Chuck picked at the end.
Okay.
The Ravens and Texans have met one time in the playoffs because the Texans made it in 2012. You know.
Really?
Yeah. And the Ravens won that game 20-13. Not that it matters because obviously teams change as the year goes on. But the Ravens did beat the Texans 25-9 the first week. So, who knows about? I'm going to pick the Ravens. What do you got, Josh?
I'm going to take the Ravens here. I mean, I'm a root for the Texans, but I think the Ravens.
Well, yeah, I mean, who in Cleveland is not rooting? If a Browns fan is so bitter after Saturday that they're going to root for the Ravens, something's wrong.
No. Unless you pick them to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I like this CJ Stroud kid.
I do too. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good.
What do you got, Tommy?
The Ravens.
Oh, come on.
No, you're ridiculous, man.
Okay.
That was actually insane.
What's the next game?
It actually was insane.
Okay, that's good. All right.
What's the next game?
All right. We got the Packers and the 49ers. Oh, wait, we got to do Chuck's pick.
Oh, what did Chuck pick?
Chuck picked, closed of course, Chuck picked the Ravens.
Yeah, and he had to make you say it so he didn't have to say it. And he must have typed it out, though.
Oh, he sent me the
screenshot.
Sent me the
so
picture,
he clicked on the Ravens. Poor Chuck.
So, we got Packers at the 49ers. The Packers and 49ers have met 9 times in the playoffs. 49ers have a 5-4 edge. The Packers have outscored the Niners, though, 218-204. And they've played 6 times in San Francisco of the 9, and each team has won 3. The last time they met in the playoffs was in January 19th, 2020, and the 49ers won 37-20. The Packers have lost 4 in a row against the 49ers. The last time they played in the playoffs, that other game was in San Francisco. The last time they played in the playoffs was at Lambeau Field 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago to the day, January 22nd, 2022. And the 49ers won 13-10 in Aaron Rodgers' last playoff game as a Packer. So hopefully,
Last playoff
hopefully
game
that's
period.
his last playoff game.
Yeah, right.
Let's hope.
Might be.
Let's hope. But so yeah, I don't know. I was like, I just have this feeling. I'm picking the Packers.
Oof.
Yeah.
I like it.
What do you got, Josh?
Once again, same thing with the last game. I'm going to take the 49ers, but I'm rooting for the Packers.
Yeah. What do you got, Tommy?
49ers.
Okay. All right. Chuck has the 49ers also. All right. So we got
You want to go to that late game Sunday?
late game Sunday.
The later game Sunday?
Oh, we can just do them in order. I don't
Oh.
care. I'm not worried about it.
I don't know if we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll just go to we'll do the Bucks Lions next. The Lions lead the season all-time series 32-28. They've met once in the playoffs, and that was December 28th, 1997 in Tampa. It was the final game ever at the Big Sombrero, and the Buccaneers won 20-10. That was their first playoff win in 18 years. And yeah, so they haven't met since then. And I'm picking the Bucks. I'm gonna pick the Bucks. Just because I picked the Lions for the Super Bowl doesn't, I figure, hey,
You already got
they're
it
playing
locked
well.
in, and you got
playing well. The Lions
you got the picks
have had a
locked
couple
in.
games this year where they lost, where it was like, wow, is that the Lions? This
Yeah.
team's good? How'd they lose that game? So, but this game will go either way. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I got the Bucks. What do you got, Josh?
I don't know why. I have this feeling that this beating is coming, and I have the Buccaneers in this one.
There you go. All right, Tommy, what do you have?
Buccaneers.
Okay. All right. Chuck has the Lions.
Yes, that's right.
Well, that's a stunning thing, and
I'll never pick the Buccaneers.
he never will. But that's okay. Chiefs at the Bills. I feel like that's the game of the week.
Yeah, man. What was it? 2 years ago now. Same divisional game. Chiefs Bills.
No, wasn't it last year?
No.
When I went to
Who'd the
overtime,
Bills lose to last year
Yeah.
in the divisional round? I thought it was
Chiefs.
them.
No, it was 2 years ago.
Was
I
it?
think this is their 4th year in a row they're playing.
Oh, well, they might have played it last
Oh, it
year.
is. They played 5 times.
But it was that epic game.
It
2
is.
years
It is
ago.
the 4th year in a row
Yeah.
because it is the 5th time they played,
Yeah.
and the 4 years in a row now. But they played once in the early '90s, I think. But the other one was they played for the first to go to the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl, and because the Bills dominated the AFL for a lot of the time, but they lost to the Chiefs that year. Like I said, they met 5 times. The Chiefs had the 3-2 edge because they won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, man, that game 2 years ago.
But
was
the
an absolute
Bills have a
shootout,
2-1 edge in Buffalo.
Yeah.
This is the first time that the Chiefs aren't playing at home in the playoffs in Patrick Mahomes' career.
Wow.
In his career. But you know what? I feel like Saturday
Yeah.
prepared him.
Yeah.
Because if he could overcome that cold,
Yeah.
Buffalo's nothing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's going to be like...
Yeah,
wind chill,
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be-
like-
if there's no wind chill, it's going to be like 65 degrees warmer.
Well, it's going to be a 40-40 game.
I mean, could you tell they were talking about it today on one of the shows I was watching? Could you see? Did you see Tua?
Yeah.
Like he couldn't wait to get off the field.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 and out. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and get warm again. Like it was wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Well,
was
I
really.
think the weather played a big difference in Miami. Just with the Miami team.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City's defense is a lot better than
It's a
I
lot
think it's better than when they got.
It's a lot better. They actually have a really good defense this year.
Yeah.
With total different
I
last
mean,
year.
that's been the thing. Kansas City's defense hasn't been great.
Yeah.
And then now it's good this year. And they're lucky it's good because the offense has not been bad.
Defense has been better than the offense this
Yeah.
year, I think.
How about Brett Favre? Did you see what he said?
No.
Oh my God. What did he say? That he said that Taylor Swift is ruining the Chiefs.
Well,
Like,
still
come on.
winning, so-
Come on.
I don't know.
Someone called him a bitter old man.
Travis is still playing good.
Yeah.
They're still
Yeah.
winning. I don't think what's going on.
He had 980 yards receiving this year.
Why would he even comment? Oh, because he's one of those hateful people that thinks women belong in the kitchen. That's what Brett Favre is. So, God forbid that she makes more money than Travis Kelce. You know. So, but I have got. Where are we at here? I have got the Bills.
Yeah.
What do you have?
Oh,
Chiefs? Yeah.
There's still my Super Bowl
Wait,
winners.
you, Tommy, and I, we have one team left.
Yeah.
We do.
We do.
The Lions are still alive, Buccaneers are still alive, and the Chiefs are still alive.
Chuck poor Cowboys.
One of us is going to still be alive. Who did have to
The
get
AFC.
Chiefs. Oh,
Chiefs.
Matchup's alive still.
Yeah.
Matchup's alive. Yeah.
He's still in it.
Yeah. See, and that's the funny thing is you said that you're glad they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's like today I'm like, I can't believe that they're still in the playoffs. I did not expect them to win last night. I picked them, but I did not expect them to win. I didn't. I figured what was going to happen was Philadelphia's been stinking.
Yeah.
They were going to go there last night.
That's what I thought too.
Especially after all the people on ESPN picked the Buccaneers. I was like, oh, shit. Not going to end well.
I guess those guys know what we're talking about.
But they did.
I picked the Bills.
Did we give our? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sorry. So you got the Bills too? All right. One thing you got to know about something like this, and anybody that's ever done a show like this will tell you, and Chuck says it all the time. He says it all the time. You know what I'm going to say, Josh.
I know what you're going to say.
This is not personal on here.
That's why Shannon Sharp left the show, huh?
Oh, well, that's because he is a jerk. He is not a nice person. Okay? Skip Bayless is not a nice person. Nobody likes Skip Bayless.
No.
Nobody. How about your Michael Irvin and whoever the other guy is that's on there with him now? Like, is it Sean Johnson?
Oh.
Oh, no,
Is
I
it Sean Johnson?
think it is.
I think it is.
I think they probably don't like him either.
Probably not.
They probably laugh at him when he's not around.
That guy's
So, yeah, he's, but, this is just, huh?
I mean, obviously that situation was personal. But
That was. Well, and I heard there were other factors other than sports because
Skip
of
Bayless.
Shannon Sharp's preference of something. Yeah, it was, because Skip Bayless is a hateful Southerner. Yeah. And, but the Cavs play tomorrow, play the Bucks at 7:30 at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I didn't go to the game last night. I was following it on the game tracker, but I heard today that Darius Garland shot around after the game.
Yeah, he has been cleared for basketball activity.
There is, it's very interesting. And a bunch of people said this too, that Bob Finan, a longtime beat writer, and Mike Patika, who's worked for all three teams in Cleveland, said the ball movement will be better now when Darius Garland
He dribbles too much.
was out,
Yeah.
And what has happened? The ball movement has been great.
I don't understand why, frankly, JB has done the best coaching in a while.
He really has.
While the big guys are out.
He has. You got to give him credit for
Yeah,
that.
he has.
And, they're talking on the radio today, and Chris Fedor, and he knows what he's talking about. He's really into it. He's there every day. He's, that they're going to probably use Sam Merrill as a trade piece. I'm like, why? So we can go somewhere else and be great?
Yeah, right.
Because if he goes to a bad team, he's going to play every day. He's going to start. And he's going to be a star. You know what I mean? He's the closest thing. No, I don't know. We were talking about the other, Bob Finnan and I were talking about it, and I talked about it with my other friend, Brian Dulick. He's the closest thing we've seen with his playmaking ability and the shoot and the three-point shooting. He's the closest thing the Cavs have had to Mark Price.
I don't. Yeah. I personally haven't seen him like as much of a playmaker, as much as a shooter.
Yeah, I mean he distributes the ball well. He's had double doubles because he gets like 10 assists, and Craig Porter Jr. too.
God, put him in the basketball game, JB.
There are times though where you see why he was undrafted. Because he'll just make really bad decisions.
Yeah, but
There's bad decisions.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just I love those two guys. I love when they get in the game because it's going to be interesting. And I have this thing. I don't write about every basket because that's ridiculous. Critical points of the game, but you can bet when Sam Merrill or Craig Porter Jr. make a shot or get an assist. Okay, that's going on. You know what I mean? Because they've been different. What if the Cavs didn't have them? What if the Cavs didn't have them with these guys out? Or look, you know who else has stepped up big? The number 13.
Oh yeah, got his number back, baby. I love that. I love that he got his number back.
Yeah, but then he didn't ask for it.
Yeah,
he didn't ask for it. He waited.
Because he's earned that.
He waited. Yes. Yeah. He waited. And
everyone here in Cleveland loves him.
Yeah.
Well, most of us. Unless you're like a Kardashian fan.
Oh no, there's people that don't. Your former, I'll just say, your former baseball coach does not like it.
Really? Interesting.
Nope. When he was here the first time, he used to rip on him all the time. Well, no, he's not a real person.
Really?
No.
No, yeah, that's not. Well, that's why. But
Wasn't it like her best friend too?
Probably.
Yeah, it was.
I've actually talked to him before.
Yeah.
He was really, really cool, really nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that needs to be that people need to sometimes separate too. Because this is what a person, a scout told me 2 years ago. We were talking about Mickey Callaway. And he said this, and this is very true. Just because a person is a scoundrel when it comes to women doesn't mean they're a horrible person overall. And, and he said, when some of the stuff came out about him, he wasn't surprised because when they were in the minor leagues together, he had a different girl from a different when they went to the minor. So, but that doesn't make Mickey Callaway a terrible person. It really doesn't. And Mickey Callaway never was accused of horrible things.
Yeah.
Some of the horrible things. Like Omar Vizquel, he's a horrible person.
He is.
He's a horrible person.
He is.
I consider Omar Vizquel a worse person than Deshaun Watson. Because let me tell you something. An autistic kid is not going to lie. They don't have the capacity to make up a lie. They're very honest. You know what I mean? They're just straight, yeah. They're not going to make up a lie. So, he's a scumbag.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a scumbag. He can get into the Hall of Fame after he passes away. So he gets no reps, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? that's fine because he deserves to be in there. What's that?
At that point.
Yeah, at that point. You know,
Well, because if you're putting the best players in, then he should be in there.
yeah,
But you don't want him to enjoy it.
yeah, but
You don't want him to be able to give a speech.
they're gonna wait.
Would you want that guy to give a speech?
Oh no, of course not.
Like, who would want to see that? You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to see that? And I know some people that think that Trevor Bauer doesn't deserve a second chance. Like, the woman admitted.
Yeah.
She made the story up.
Yeah, that's all I ever heard is that it was fake.
He needs a second chance.
Because he's a really good freaking pitcher. Man.
He really is. And, you know, let's face it, he probably got treated bad by MLB because he calls him out for other stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
They
they were ready to
because,
pounce on him.
yeah, because he actually
Yeah.
speaks his mind.
Yeah, they were ready to pounce on him.
They didn't like that.
Mhm. So, but that I think that's it for this week. We'll have our show next week.
Hopefully, Chuck will be back.
Yes, hopefully. Hopefully Tommy will come. I hope so. If you don't, hey, you know, that's your choice. But hopefully you will. But so until next week, I'm Tim Shire.
I'm Josh Doe.
See you next week.